Is it going?
Yeah, it's going.
Hello, my loves, and welcome back to
this week's episode of I Think I Need Therapy.
Yeah, God.
We have a guest on today.
Hey.
This is my ex-roommate.
That sounds so
Savannah.
brutal.
It does.
This is my ex-roommate. Fuck that bitch. Sorry.
In the car.
Yeah, I'm Annika's ex-roommate.
Yeah.
It's nothing like tea-ish, though. Like,
No, there's no.
we're not like, we don't hate each other.
No,
Obviously,
clearly.
because I'm in the car with her.
Yeah.
So,
No, we love each other.
very
But
much so. Very much.
you might be like, oh, actually, all of my guests have been friends. You're my third guest.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Tea. But they've all literally been friends because the first one was Landon.
Yeah.
And then the next one was my friend Trista.
Mm-hmm.
And that's you.
That's me.
But the reason why we have Savannah on today, because we actually were going to start our own podcast, not going to
No,
lie.
literally. We talked about it all the time.
Before I started this one, when we lived together.
Yeah.
It was going to be called the Floating Rock Podcast.
Yeah, literally. Oh my gosh.
Wait, yeah.
That's crazy.
Do you remember even designing the
What?
cover?
Yeah. What? How did? Yeah, literally drawing the picture and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm like trying to remember how we came up with the floating rock, because I think we always talked about like nothing matters. We're like
It's like
literally
not that
floating.
serious.
It's not that serious. We're literally floating on a rock.
Yeah.
Like, we're literally floating on a rock. Like nothing really like truly matters. Like deep down, like
It's not that deep.
it's really not that deep.
Because it was going to be kind of the same as this one, just like mental health kind of podcast.
Talking about everything.
Yeah.
Our lives.
But Savannah is probably one of the most interesting people I know. Like,
thanks.
you literally are.
Yeah.
One of the strongest people I know, actually. And that's why I wanted her on the podcast today. Because I think she's just like the epitome of
I've
just
lived a million lives.
Yeah. And just
At
sort
the
of like
ripe age of
strength.
21.
And no, yeah. Literally just 21. But of just like going through all these struggles but still remaining like the best person you can be, and like still being happy, still
I am very happy.
living, still just being a good person overall. Because I think with like traumas and like going through shit, you can just turn into such a shitty person. And just like be like, oh, my life is horrible, all these things happen to me, and then you just become like an angry person.
Well, and there definitely was a time that I was. Like,
Yeah.
I was not a good person, like, because of everything going,
Mm-hmm.
which it's not an excuse, obviously. Like, I should never have treated people that way. But, you know, like, there was a time that I was,
And
like,
it
not
is-
that kind to others.
Yeah. It's a natural
is
like
embarrassing.
coping way, but
Yeah.
you show how it can be different.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
I
you
think a
don't-
lot of people would just be like, oh, yeah. Like, because I always forgave people for being, like, shitty people because I'm like, oh, they've been through a lot. But
Yeah.
that's not an excuse.
Yeah, because now I'm on the other end where I've been through a lot and I
Yeah.
don't treat people like that. So when people treat others like that and I see that, I'm like, that's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
Because there's no excuse for, like, how I treated, like I wasn't, like, horrible, like, vile human, you know? But, like,
Yeah.
I just, like, in high school, I wasn't the nicest person and I had a lot of shit going on. But, like, that's not, like, looking back on it, it's, like, obviously I regret all that. And it wasn't really an excuse to treat people
that
not
way.
kindly.
Yeah.
But we're past that.
Yeah. We've grown
Yeah, a lot.
a lot.
A lot. a lot. But should we talk about how we met?
Yeah. We met
Randomly.
literally so randomly.
Like, well, I mean, it was planned, but, like, not planned. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't know each other at all.
So in our dorms at our university, you just, like, get random roommates. That's how it works everywhere. What am
Yeah,
I
that's
talking
true.
about?
But, well, okay, but kind of, because it was, like, so there was 5 roommates. There was 5 of us in one place. It was, like, an apartment style, really. So
yeah,
there was,
we had the best
but there was
dorm.
4 bedrooms, so you shared a room. And
I was
then-
in the one double room within, like, the dorm room.
Yeah.
It's so hard to explain sometimes.
Yeah. So originally I was actually going to go to University of Arizona and then, like, last minute decided not to and ended up in Moscow, Idaho. Do you say Moscow or Moscow?
Okay, I say Moscow. That's right.
Yeah, it is right.
Okay.
Moscow is like Russia.
I think sometimes I might say Moscow.
You do, because I saw it.
Yeah,
in one of your
I
episodes.
definitely
I was like,
do.
girl.
No, I remember saying in one of my episodes and being like, fuck, I definitely just like, I'm going to get hate
It's
for
okay.
this. But going into the dorm, I only knew the girl who I was in the double room with because she's also on the track team.
Yeah.
So like I kind of knew her. I thought it was just gonna be me and her.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that.
I messaged you.
Yes, and I was so confused.
I was like,
you were messaging
oh my god,
me?
and I was like, at first I was like, what the fuck this bitch. I was like what should I go try and find them?
Oh my god.
I wonder if I can fucking hold on. Like obviously they're still gonna be there. I just have to scroll 5 million years back because we send so much shit to each other.
Yeah, it's probably just all reels.
I like want to see though. I'd never even like thought about like going back and
Me
looking at
either.
it. But she wasn't rude, but I was like confused. She was confused.
We
it was
were both
awkward
just so confused.
because I'm a stalker and I can find anyone on social media. So
You didn't find Allie though.
I didn't because
her name is
name.
Alexandra?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
our other roommate. Yeah.
Thinking of her as Alexandra.
I know, it's so weird. Yes. Oh my gosh, May 7th, 2021.
Oh my god.
I said, hi, this is super random, but I'm trying to find out who my roommate at University of Idaho are going to be. Are you going to U of I next year? She goes, hey, yes, I am going to U of I next year, but I already have my room, unfortunately. Would love to get to know you, though. I was like, oh. And then you proceed to be like, oh, okay, sorry, LOL, I'm in room blank. And then I said, yeah, in the Upham living quarters, because that's what it was called. And you go, no, I'm in the LLC. I'm like, that's what I'm in, girl.
I didn't know anything.
And then when I remember first moving in, you were like so shy. Like like the very first day you were just super quiet. And I was like,
that's how when people get to when people first meet me, I'm quiet as fuck.
And then you meet her and she is not quiet.
Not quiet.
Not quiet. But like obviously in a good way.
Yeah.
But,
because
I was like, this is so awkward.
That's by you telling me that's when I figured out like, oh, it's like 5 people.
5 million people in one room.
Yeah. But it worked out so fucking well because we all became best friends.
No, literally. Like freshman year was really, really fun.
We were so lucky.
We were all close.
Because people get freshman year roommates in like...
And it's like nightmares.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
that's
we
so
genuinely all got along really well.
Mm-hmm.
Then we were in the dorms together, and then
we moved out together.
Yeah, and then we all
sophomore year.
Well, yeah, we moved out. Yeah, and then like halfway through sophomore year, I decided I was gonna move back home and finish my degree out online.
And I just moved in with some track teammates.
But I moved home for like some specific reasons. One, I wanted to finish out my degree online. 2, I have a lot of family issues. Not like a lot of family issues. Okay, someone in my family has addiction problems. Mm-hmm. And I'm very involved in not the addiction, obviously, but like their life and like their healing and all that. I've had mental health issues my whole life, and a lot of the stuff I've like low-key blocked out. Like a lot of the bad stuff that's happened to me, I've like trauma blocked it out. Not trauma blocked it, but like I kind of just forget because I'm like so used to it.
Yeah.
Like when people ask me how like things are going with like those situations, I'm just like, like same old, you know.
Yeah.
Like people close to me.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I would go home a lot. I would also go home to see my boyfriend, even though we weren't dating at the time. I started dating my boyfriend when I was 15. Yeah, I was 15. I was a freshman in high school.
So crazy.
I know. I love him with my whole entire being.
Literally.
He's literally...
Your whole TikTok is literally just...
My TikTok is a
him.
Freaking fan page for him, and he doesn't even have TikTok. He can't even see them. He literally doesn't even see the videos I post about him because he does not have TikTok. So, but like literally, my TikTok is like basically a whole fan page for him. My freaking bio is literally I love my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like my whole thing is We dated all the way up until I was 18. We broke up senior year of high school.
Why did you break up again?
I had really it was like. I broke up with him. I had a lot going on in my mind. So I had really bad, I still struggle with it. I just manage it better. I've had really bad clinical depression since I was, like, in high school, middle school. Did
you ever get diagnosed in high school?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Was it in high school or middle school?
High school.
Okay.
It's probably, like, freshman or sophomore year.
Okay.
But... I've seen a therapist since I was in 3rd grade.
Really?
Yeah. I remember, like, asking my mom about it, obviously. But my dad works a dangerous job. He's a crab fisherman. My boyfriend does it now too. Which a lot of people don't think it's that dangerous, but it is. It's pretty freaking dangerous. If y'all have ever seen Deadliest Catch, it's like that, like kind of, but whatever.
Like he's in like the biggest like boat, like a, what are they called? Like
he's on a crab boat.
Yeah.
So
in the middle of fucking ocean, like that is.
Yeah. And I remember
scary.
a kid told me in 3rd grade that my dad was gonna die because of it, and I think that sent me into a spiral. I was not okay. That's one of the reasons my mom says. But also, like, when I think about it, I've always had like anxiety. I remember if I didn't pray for and list for every single family member in my life, like before bed or like I had a prayer book and I would pray. If I didn't like list everyone's names or like physically like pray for everyone in my family, I thought they would like I'd wake up and they would be dead. Like that's anxiety. That's like dooming
OCD
anxiety.
Anxiety.
Yeah, exactly. And as like a 3rd grader.
Yeah.
And like I also, as a kid for the longest time, I could not sleep alone at all. Like without my sister. I slept with my sister every single night. I could not sleep alone. I would freak out. Like my mom would come in. Did you have like
a fear of
I don't like I like or? Yeah, I just like don't remember what it was. Like it's like impending doom. You know what that is?
No.
It's like when you always feel like something bad is going to happen to you. I like lived that as a kid. Like
that's awful.
Like if I didn't sleep with her, like something bad would happen.
Yeah.
Which is like not normal for a kid to experience.
No.
Like literally my mom has a photo of us and I'm like, my sister had a trundle bed, so it's like the, you know, like the bed that like, gets pulled out.
Oh yeah.
And there's literally a picture of me sleeping on the bed and my sister's on the top bed and we're holding hands and we're dead asleep. Like I literally like had like that suffocating like what? Like as a freaking 3rd or whatever grade I was, that was like in high school and it was up until middle school. Sorry if that's embarrassing for my sister, but like we would sleep with each other up until middle school.
Wow.
Yeah, because we were like terrified.
Was she scared too, or was it just you?
No, I think I like pushed it so hard on her then that like she became scared too.
Yeah.
It was just like not normal.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know, things like that.
Do you remember the therapy?
Yeah, her name was. Can I say that? Is that like against HIPAA? Well, I'm talking about it. I was the client. Her name was Dr. Fritterer. She was like an actual psychologist. She wasn't just a therapist. She was she was a child psychologist.
A pediatric psychologist?
Yeah, like she was like an actual like doctor.
That's good.
Yeah. I saw her for a while and then I graduated therapy for my, I don't fucking
How do you graduate therapy?
I don't fucking know. That was my first therapist ever. I think I've seen a total of 6 therapists throughout my whole life.
Girl, same.
Yeah. I've seen a bunch. One therapist I went to, she sucked. Not gonna name names, but she sucked and I stayed with her for like...
You get good ones and bad ones.
No, you just gotta vibe with them. Like, she didn't suck. I guess she was just she was older, so I think she had some memory problems. Oh. But I stayed going to her because she had a dog. She had a therapy dog. Oh. And I loved that therapy dog. I love that therapy dog, so I kept going to her.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, I literally... Like, when I truly, like, think hard about 6th and 7th grade, I can't remember, like, anything.
Really?
I can't remember who my best friends were. Like, okay, Eliza has always been my best friend. Yeah. She's, like, my childhood, like, literally, like, a sister to me. I've known her since I was, like, a toddler. We literally went to preschool together. But other than her, like, because I didn't go to school with her up until high school. So, like, middle school, I don't remember, like, who I'd hang out with at school, like, in 6th or 7th grade. I don't know. It's weird.
Did something happen, like, in grade 5 that was, like, traumatic? That made you, like, block out those years?
Oh! Wait, my grandpa died when I was in 6th or 7th grade. So,
really?
Yeah. I didn't forget about that. Well, he died in 2014. So, yeah, 6th or 7th grade. Or was it 5th grade?
Like, around then, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could have caused some of it.
Which, we were really close with him. So, yeah. But...
And as a kid, I realized, like, your traumas as a kid... Like, you could look back right now and be like, that wouldn't be traumatic. But as a kid, a lot of things are more traumatic. Like,
okay,
even if
now,
they're not.
No, so. And now when I think about it, that was my first time experiencing death ever in the family. And after he was on, like, life support because he was really sick. And after that, I forgot that I saw him dead, basically. Like after he was unplugged and everything. God. And, like, his, like, you know, everything, like, you know, he was not there anymore. Yeah. Everyone was given the choice. I don't know, no other kids went in, like, my age, because I have a cousin that literally was born 3 days after me, and then I have a couple of younger cousins.
Yeah.
And none of them were allowed to go in, but for some reason I did.
Oh.
And I remember my dad asking if I wanted to hug him, and I said no.
Oh.
Because, like, as a parent, like, that's not, like, I don't know. But, like, that's a lot of people do that when with death, they say goodbye after, like, or they're with him in that moment, right?
I feel like as a kid, though, like, seeing
yeah, I was probably, like, I don't know if that caused trauma, though, but, like...
It still could have caused something.
Yeah.
Like, you never know.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like I'm also really bad with, like, I've experienced a lot of different things, like, traumatic things. So, me basing trauma levels...
Yeah.
Which, honestly... Okay, to me, I feel like I've experienced a lot of things, but I have a very good life. My parents have always provided for me. My parents have always taken care of me. I have never, been abused, like, physically abused, or, like, any, like, there's people out there that do have it, like, so, like, have had worse things happen to them, you know? But also, with trauma, you can't, like, can't compare and contrast. Trauma is trauma, you know? But,
and I think a lot of people are like, oh, you have such a good life, just looking at it, like, how are you so mentally ill, or, like, how are you depressed, like, you have such a fine life. But
yeah, exactly. A lot of people did that to me, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
they're
so
like,
awful.
well, you have nothing to be depressed about. I'm like, okay, well, you don't really get to choose with clinical depression.
Exactly.
Like, situational, yeah.
And I think majority of people who are depressed live in, like, giving homes, and, like, are, like, even rich people.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't mental illnesses
mental illness can happen, like, yeah, literally.
Anyone.
Mental illness can happen to anyone. It does happen to a lot of people. Sorry, I sound mad in that because there's a fly in here and I actually hate flies. But 8th grade. 8th grade. I had a lot of mental health problems and I had a lot of suicidal ideation. And then I did attempt in 8th grade. And, like, it was an attempt, but not, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I didn't, like, I attempted, but I knew I didn't want to, like, I didn't want to die, but I just didn't want to, like, be sad anymore.
Yeah. I talked about it. Did you listen to my episode on
suicide awareness?
Yeah.
Your last episode?
Yeah.
I started it, but I didn't finish it.
Because I talk about that in that one where a lot of people, when you do have suicidal thoughts, it's because you just don't want to be living the life you're living.
Yeah,
it's like, it's too much.
You don't want to feel the pain.
Yeah, you don't want to feel the pain that your brain is giving you, so you're just like, it's the only way out.
Yeah.
But, like, you don't want to stop living, but you just want to stop, like,
it was weird. I just didn't want to be sad anymore. Like, I just didn't want to be depressed. I don't remember. My mom, I tried, but it was, like, not bad enough of an attempt to where anyone, like, found me. Like, I woke up and I was, like, fine. I don't want to get into, like, what I did and everything, because that's a little much, but...
Did you tell someone after? How did...
Yeah. Okay, so I remember I got in trouble for something. I got in trouble for something. I don't remember
what. At home?
At home.
Okay.
And I just remember, like, I was just going fucking through it. Like, I was, like, crying. I was just not having a good time. And not only because I had just gotten in trouble. Like, I always cried. And I was, like, just, like, depressed.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I remember breaking down and, like, I told my sister first, actually. Like, in the basement of our house. And she was like, the fuck? Like, literally, like, what? She, like, was younger than me at the time. She doesn't, like...
I mean, that's, like, shocking.
Yeah, me just, like, bombing that on my sister. Yeah. I'm like, hey, by the way, I wanted to die. Like, that's a little traumatic for her, probably, too. Like, sorry, girl. But then, then my mom found out, and then I got put back into therapy, obviously, and all that. And then, in high school... It was really bad. I would, like, miss school all the time for therapy appointments. I was hospitalized at one point for
How long
things.
were you hospitalized for?
Literally, like, it was, like, overnight.
Oh, okay.
It was, like, my parents found some things out that I did to myself and checked me in.
Oh, okay.
So, which I feel really bad because it was on my dad's birthday.
I mean, you can't, like, control.
Yeah. Yeah. That was crazy,
timeline
though.
Is timeline.
That's one of the things that I, like, guilt eats me up on that, though.
Really?
Well, yeah, because, like, happy birthday. Take your daughter to the hospital.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
And then I was doing a lot of bad things my freshman year, like drugs and stuff. Not like...
That was probably when your, like, period of... It all made you, like, an angry
Oh, my gosh. Person. I was a vile human.
Like, it wasn't that bad. Bro,
okay.
There's a video of her literally flipping a bitch.
Yeah, I would skip class. I would do what a lot of teenagers do that are depressed. I would skip class. I would smoke a lot of weed. I would do other things. I would sneak out. I would, like, you know, fight people. Like, girl, like, what? Like, calm down.
But I mean, I feel like as a teenager, they don't know how to process those emotions.
I didn't.
Properly, so that's just like...
Yeah, I didn't.
What happens.
And, yeah, and my boyfriend has seen me through so many different phases, I feel like. He's stuck with me through all my... Like, we talk about it sometimes. Like, I was a bitch. I was a bitch in high school. I was a bitch to other people. I was a bitch to my mom. That's another thing that guilt eats me up alive. Like, how did I treat her like that? You know, like, I was just not a nice person. And, like, I know that. Like, I do deep down know that. I was not a good friend. I was probably not the best girlfriend. Like, not a good daughter or sister. Like, I was just I wasn't a good person. Mm-hmm. I had a lot going on. Not that that's an excuse, but, like, mentally. And I didn't really talk about it that much.
Do you remember the point where it, like, switched? Where you just, like, where you were that kind of person? Was there, like, a moment where it was just, like, not that person anymore?
I was really bad freshman and sophomore year. I got suspended. I've, like, got in a little tiny fight freshman year, and then sophomore year I got suspended for fighting.
Is that when you flipped her?
Yeah. But I think the point that changed it, because my sister entered school with me. She was a freshman when I became a sophomore.
Yeah.
And then she got sent away to a, like, rehab facility.
Okay.
When I was a junior. And I think that really flipped a switch for me. Because she was like, I thought I was, like, doing bad shit. She was doing...
like, even worse.
Well, I wouldn't say that. She just had... My sister also has had a lot of really shitty things happen to her and has been dealt a really bad hand. Not from my family, just from...
just life.
Other, life and just other things. Like, so... It was like a therapy, which, come to find out, there's like a whole documentary on places like that now. Yeah.
Wait, does she go to one of those places that are like borderline like abuse therapy?
Yeah. But obviously you don't know that.
That actually makes like, I fucking hate that.
Yeah, no.
Like,
but obviously we didn't like
you don't know.
No, we didn't know. Like, I hate, like, sometimes I hate talking about it because it's like, people are like, how could you ever, like, when you...
I mean, they market it so well to be like, this is therapy,
no, their parents
it's gonna
don't
heal
know.
them.
And when you don't know what to do anymore to save your child, you will do anything that you think will help.
Yeah.
Like, turn their life around. So my parents, like, I don't... Like, I don't know. It's just a crazy situation. But that's probably when I started becoming more... like, less, like, crazy.
Okay.
That's what I call my... I was also really depressed, but that's also what I call... I don't know if people called it that in, like, Canada.
What?
I was in my hot Cheeto girl era.
No, I think I learned that term from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, like, a thing here. I was like, don't you fucking, like, that type of bitch. Like,
don't you fuck with me.
You want to fuck with... Yeah, like, ew. Like, oh my gosh, when I think about it, it's so embarrassing. Why did I act like that? But don't get it twisted, because I would still beat someone up if I needed to. Yeah. If it really came down to it. I was literally, like, so depressed, though. And for no reason. Okay, well, not for no reason.
What do you mean for no reason?
Okay, not for no reason, but, like, I genuinely, like... I'm very self-aware, too. So, like, when I would go to my therapist, we would talk about things. She's like, okay, so you already know the answers on how to, like...
No, yeah.
And, like, that's the thing. I would do everything
Awareness
correct.
is, like, great, but it also gets to the point where it's, like...
Too.
Yeah.
Because I'm, like, I know how to... I know what's wrong with me, and there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with clinical depression, because people are like, just get out of bed. Just do this. Just don't be sad. You have nothing to be sad about. Okay, well, like, fuck, I don't know why I'm still sad then. Like, damn, I do have a good life, and I have a good, like, you know, like, but fuck. I was so fucking depressed. For why? Like, ugh. Like, ugh.
Those chemicals just...
That chemical imbalance. Mm-hmm. But I did get on medication, finally, going into college. Like,
okay, so before you came to college, you got it, and then you came?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then I was on... like medication, and I was like, oh wow, life is worth living.
Oh my god. She's been singing that fucking song all day.
Yeah, I have. But
I mean, period though.
yeah,
Life is worth the living.
Life is worth living. Like, nothing is that. Okay, well, things are that serious.
Oh yeah.
But you know, I used to also think, one thing I used to always think that was so fucking stupid. I would hate when people would like say this to me. It's like, life gets better. Life always gets better. Saying that to someone when they're depressed as fuck, I'm like, fuck you. But now I'm like, it does get better.
It gets better, but it's hard to see that it'll get better.
It's hard to see the end.
And then
The
shitty
light
things
at the end
still
of the
can
tunnel.
happen, but then it's like, it's so up and down. It's like, yeah, you'll get out of the shittiness, something shitty might happen again, but then you just grow the strength to be able to get through, like, shitty things more and more.
Because fast forward
Then it's
now,
like-
I'm not on medication. I'm unmedicated. But
The way you just dead stared.
I'm unmedicated, and I've actually never been happier in my entire life.
Did you notice?
And I still have shitty ass things going on in my life. And I'm still probably the happiest I've ever been.
That's so good.
And that's on, like, growth.
yes.
And, like, just, like, knowing yourself and, like, knowing how to, like, help yourself and balance, like, yeah.
Were there any, like, specific things you learned in therapy that you implemented into your life to, like, kind of make things better?
Communication. Like, communication. Like, I have never... Well, okay, in high school, I was honestly a big people pleaser. I really was. And I didn't want to hurt anyone's like, as I was also a bitch. Okay, towards the end of high school, you know, towards the end. Like,
After your Cheeto...
After my hot Cheeto girl phase, I was a people pleaser, and I didn't really know how to say no or how to, like...
Take care of yourself before other people.
Yeah, I always... That's actually something I am, like, just now doing is, like truly putting myself first. But yeah, communication, like, I tell someone when my feelings are hurt.
Good. Yeah.
Like, I tell someone, and I don't feel guilty about it, and I don't let anyone disrespect me, ever.
Period.
There's some people out there that know that, because I will message you if you disrespect me, or you disrespect my relationship, or you try to disturb my peace. I will not tolerate it.
No, she literally
I
won't.
literally will not tolerate it. I will block, delete. I will message you and call you out. It's my life and my happiness and everything, and I'm not going to let anyone disturb it.
Yeah.
Or, like, make me feel bad about standing up for myself.
Yeah.
So
I feel that's such a huge thing, I think.
yeah, it is. Like,
Because when you do just let people, like...
walk all over you.
Yeah, it, like, really is...
We have talked about this a lot throughout school. I have actually yelled at her a lot. Because Annika sometimes does have a people-pleasing problem, and I'm like, girl,
Not even
if you...
sometimes, all the
No, all the
time.
time. Like, all the time. I'm like, fuck, girl.
I know.
I'm like, if you don't want to do something, say no. Who
Yes.
gives a fuck about their feelings, especially if it's random men?
Yep.
That's just a shout out to everyone, not just you. Like,
I know.
Don't.
Hey, I don't do that anymore.
No, you don't, which
Fuck
is good.
that
'cause
shit.
Fuck.
Because I realized I was traumatized. And then
Yes,
okay.
like, no,
I
like,
can't.
I don't know. It's just like, you're, like, literally your happiness is all that matters in this world.
It does.
And because that's, like, you only live once. You
And the
really
thing
only
is-
live once. And, like, I've literally never, like, as of right now, the point I'm at, I've never, like, I'm sad because my boyfriend's away at work,
Yeah.
obviously. But, like, genuinely, and, like, I've never felt this content, I would say. Not, like, I've just never felt this, like, peaceful.
Yeah.
Like, my life is, like, peaceful.
so
I don't have any,
good.
like, I don't really have drama going
No.
on. Like, I don't have any drama. I don't, like, there's always going to be something in your life, because, like I said, I have those family issues that are always going on. But that's one thing I've had to learn since, like, growing up with just experiencing those problems, because this has been, like, an ongoing thing, like, since you've known me, even before, like, since
Yeah.
I've known my boyfriend, basically, is when everything started. He's been there through all of it too.
Dang.
That's some things are never going to end. Some things, there's always going to be things that happen to you that you are going to have to deal with, and you got to find a way to deal with it so that
Yeah.
you don't, like,
It's like finding those little like coping ways, or like how you personally can handle things. One thing, and like what helps you through like every like thing that comes to you. It's like, okay, this is what I need to do for myself to get through it. And you just know with every like shitty thing that like keeps coming up, it's like, okay.
Because there's a lot of things that are still like actively happening that I could be so depressed over, you know, but I'm still like so content with my life, because one thing that has helped me is becoming more religious, like, which isn't for everyone, and I'm not one to push like religion on people. Like, I never will be that kind of person. Like, you have to be like, you know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and like that's just what helps me. So, but that's one thing. When I moved back home, I started becoming, I've gone to church my whole life basically, but like I've never been like actually like actively involved, like I didn't really like, I just went because my mom wanted me to, type thing. And like holidays type shit. And I've just gone like on holidays and like stuff like that, and like but like now I'm like actively like,
I think as a kid it's more like it's your family thinks you go, and then
my family's religious, I wasn't religious,
and then now it's like a choice, like, okay, I actually want to be religious, and
but
then it's a whole different.
When you met me, I was not religious at all. I talked down on religion.
You were.
I was a religious hater.
When she became religious, it was after you left, and then she started posting all these like Bible verses and like praise God and all that stuff, and I'm like, wait, what just happened?
Like, where did this come from?
Because it was like a flip of a switch, and I was so confused. But
it really was like a flip of a switch. I like woke up one morning and I like felt like a very like big urge to like start reading my Bible and like go back to church. Like, I literally like, it was so weird. And it wasn't just me, because when me and my boyfriend started talking again, we were talking one day and he was like, I just feel like I need to be more involved in like our religion,
just like that feeling
you
need to be.
And I was like, this is so weird, because me too, I've been thinking about it like a lot. Like, it's just weird like how like
you
that's
both
another thing, like if
time.
it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and not even just in a religious way, like just like the universe and everything. If something's meant to be, it'll be. For me, I like thank God for it.
What
but, like,
helps
you
me,
know,
what has helped me the most is like, wait, where was I even gonna say?
Like, everything works out.
Everything always works out. Like, literally, I've gotten stuck on top of a fucking mountain with my sister, like no way out, no service, no nothing, and I was so calm because I'm like, we'll get out of this. Like, I just have such faith that like things will work out in the end as they're supposed to be.
For me, in a religious perspective, it's like my whole life is basically already like planned out, like from what my point of view is, just because I believe in like God and like a higher power and obviously all that, but like my life is already planned out by him. So it's like, why stress? And that's another thing that's really helped me. It's gonna just
flow the way it's supposed to.
And that's another thing that's really helped me with like stuff that's going on with my family member that has like addiction issues. I physically cannot do anything to change it. I can be there for them, but you cannot help someone that does not want to like get their own help, you know? So that's one thing, like going back to church, and it's dude, it's so freaking crazy, because so much stuff was going on with like my sister and like just like family stuff and everything. And the first time we went back to church, it was like one of the first services we went back, and the pastor starts talking about stuff that literally was like stuff that was directly going on in my life, like applied directly to like the situations
speaking
that I
exactly
like
to
literally
you.
I literally looked at Harry, I was like this is just like what? Like, how? It's not like they know. Like, I don't like.
And it was the first one.
It was like, I don't know. I can't remember exactly if it was like the very first one or like only like a couple times I've gone back. But like, I was just shook. And then like, also I just feel like more signs. Like, one day when I was up in Alaska, I went up and lived in Alaska for 3 months. That's a whole nother like side quest that anyways,
other one of your lives.
This is crazy. The night before, I was reading my Bible, and I was reading Ephesians, and I was reading one of the Bible verses. And when I was up in Alaska, I drove a really old truck. Only has one radio station. The radio station happens to be a religious radio station, right?
Oh, really?
And I never turn it on. I just would drive without music. But I was driving with Harry because he was actually in town in Alaska. And he, like, I think he turned on the radio station. I'm not even kidding. This is just so crazy to me as someone who is religious. I was, like, literally, like, shook to my freaking core. Because the radio station literally was reading the exact verse
that you read
that I was reading the night before.
Oh my God.
It's Ephesians. It's like, I can't remember the exact verse, but it's about wearing the armor of God and like wearing, like, being one of God's people and soldiers and basically all that. And I was just like, what is like what? And like, gosh, I was just like, wow. Like, no, it's just like things like since I've been going back to church and doing my research and like reading my Bible and like doing Bible study and all that, I don't know, I just feel like there's been so many signs, and I feel like that's one of the reasons I've felt like so at peace in my life, because I know whatever happens like literally does happen for a reason. Even if it's like something bad happens in my life, that is God's plan. And now I feel like all the things I've lived through and all the things that have happened to me and my family and that have affected me in like negative ways has built me up to the person that I am now. Yeah. It's like my testimony, basically. Yeah. Which, I don't know, do you, like, have you heard of those? Like, it's like...
Only slightly.
Yeah, like, so like, a lot of religious, like, super religious people, not, like, super religious, any religious person can have, like, a testimony on, like, how they came to know God, basically. And a lot of people are, like, there's a lot of drug addicts that I know that have come to God out, like, from their addiction. Yeah. Like, they've been freed from their addiction. Yeah, so that's their testimony. Okay. Because I know a lot of people, like, probably do look at me and, like, look at, like, my social media accounts. Because I openly post that I am religious. Like, I have no shame. Like, I literally have no shame about that.
You
like,
shouldn't.
And I shouldn't. That's my opinion. And if someone doesn't agree with me, I do not slander people for that. Like, if you don't believe in God,
you don't believe
that's
in God.
That's your opinion. I don't care. I don't know. I just feel like that has made my life so much more peaceful. Yeah. And
I think I realized that when you are going through something that's like really shitty, it's a lot more relieving or like helpful to believe like, okay, God is here with me through it. Yeah. Rather than like you're just going through it alone, it's all on you, that kind of thing. But just knowing like, okay, God's got your back through it, or the universe, or whatever you believe in. That's helped me, like knowing there's a higher power that has a plan, and it's like will guide me through what is happening.
Yeah, I think it's one thing I've also struggled with is a lot of
words.
I've struggled with like a lot of anxiety with losing the person that is struggling with addiction issues. I've struggled with like not knowing like what's gonna happen with their life, you know, and like being fearful that I will lose the person. Yeah. And
because you have no control.
No, I have no control.
You just have to be there.
One thing it's like, I feel like from another person's perspective, when I say this, it's gonna kind of sound fucked up, because it kind of is a little screwed up or messed up. What the fuck?
What are you gonna say?
Obviously, I don't want to lose that person. Obviously, duh, they're my family. Like, they're my family. Obviously, I don't want to lose that person. But I think a part of me and like my religion is like, if that is God's plan, there's nothing I can do to stop it or change it or help it. And I feel like that's taken a lot of my fear away. Her phone has overheated 2 times. We're dying in this fucking car. Holy shit.
We are. No, I feel like that is so helpful. Like having a belief in something when going through that. Like it doesn't sound bad, because it's like, you know, no matter what happens, like it's not on you. It's like not as heavy as a weight, because you know, like, okay, this was just what had God in store for her life, and she lived her life through. Yeah. You know, in that sense.
Yeah. And honestly, for anyone, just like, even if you don't believe in God, just like putting your belief in something. I don't know. Like, even if it's just the universe, you know, like, like
for me, that's what
just meant to be.
Yeah. That's what helped me a lot through my eating disorder. I got very spiritual, and it did like help a lot.
Yeah, because I remember when you first told me about, like, freshman year about your...
about it?
Yeah, I remember you telling me about it, and, like, obviously I've, like, struggled with mental health problems, but I've never, like, experienced that or known someone that has, like, experienced that. Really? So, yeah. I don't know how to explain that. You know what
Not
I mean?
In the same,
Yeah, not in the same sense.
I'm kind of get embarrassed sometimes about freshman year and how I handled different things.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't think you handled anything poorly.
Really? Okay, that's good.
No.
I remember making us all like sit down on the floor to tell you guys that I had a eating disorder, which I think
I
at
was
the time,
glad you told me.
Yeah, no, I needed to tell you guys.
No, yeah. And
Yeah.
I remember like asking if I needed to.
Like, you're like, should I cover all the food labels? Like, should I?
I was going to. I would have done anything
You're gonna do mom
to make her
mode.
feel. Yeah, I would have done anything to make her feel.
Which no, I
comfortable.
appreciated that so much because I was still in it in freshman year, like
I know.
so much.
Because I would. Yeah, I remember. Like, I don't know if you want me to say it.
You can
I remember. I
share
remember
fucking
like
everything
yeah,
on here.
I just remember like sometimes like when we would go to like the
Eatery.
the eatery. Like I remember like you struggling sometimes. You would like leave and like go to the bathroom.
That one time, we were in the middle of breakfast and someone made a comment and I literally just got up, left.
Yeah, I don't even remember what the comment. Do you remember? Well,
yes.
Yeah. Who was it that made it? We can cut this part. She say?
I think I have an eating disorder or something like that.
Yeah, she's actually like a fucking stupid bitch.
And I
Keep
got
that. Fuck you, bitch.
no.
I mean, honestly though, okay, we've all probably said something insensitive in some way because.
But she didn't know. I didn't tell. I only told you and Allie.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, no. Okay, I remember more clearly now because I was
I
like,
only
why
told
the
you
fuck
two.
did she say that?
Because it was only you two.
Yeah.
And then so. She
didn't have like.
No, but like there was like signs that I noticed that like I was like, oh. And so when she said that, it just triggered something and I got up and left, bawled my eyes out in the bathroom stall. How many bathroom stalls I have bawled my eyes out in? I don't even know. A lot though.
Yeah, well, it happens.
And then I went back to...
Then she just came back like nothing happened.
No, I went to the dorm and then you and Allie came in.
Oh yeah.
Came back.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, are you okay?
Yeah, because we knew.
Yeah.
I
have a question.
Okay.
But do you find like the way you look at life and approach life now is very different from before?
Yeah.
I mean, like obviously, clearly.
Yeah.
But like becoming religious,
yes.
is it very different like views? Or
like about what? Just like
I don't
life
know,
in general.
just life in general.
Yeah, I just feel more like free.
Yeah.
Like to like just live my life. Like
Yeah.
I'm like I just know everything is okay. Everything's gonna happen that needs to happen. If something's happened that I can't control, like that's literally not my problem.
That sounds so nice.
It is. Maybe you should.
Yeah.
Read the Bible.
Maybe I should bring my
don't
Bible
know.
out.
I don't know. Like I don't push that on anyone though, but like I do like to like talk about it just because like maybe that will speak to someone. I don't know.
Yeah. No.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen how much it has helped me. Also, my job back at home in Spokane.
It's a religious coffee shop, right?
Yeah, I'm plugging it right now. Like,
go
this
for
is
it.
a shout out to
Go
the
for
Garden.
it. If you live in Washington.
If you live in Spokane, Washington, or anywhere near it, go to the Garden Coffee and Local Eatery. The owner, her story is out there in the open. You can like if you look us up, you can see it.
Oh really? I didn't know this.
Yeah, so she's a sex trafficking survivor.
Oh
yeah,
God.
and like
Wait, no, I did know this.
Yeah, and she's like had some issues in her life, and she literally became like that's like her testimony. She had a really hard upbringing and had a really hard life, and like card dealt to her, and she is now running a business. She has the cafe, and then she has another coffee stand called Bloom in Spokane. And then she also is getting ready to open, or she opened one in Florida now because she moved down to Florida. Oh my gosh! Wow. Yeah, and so I've just seen how religion has also helped other people around me. Yeah.
Does everyone who worked there, are they all religious?
I think everyone somewhat believes a lot. Some people are way more religious than others. Like we have like people that like work at churches like that also work for us, but not like I don't. It's not like a requirement, but like. I mean, I don't know. It's nice to like work around girls like that too because it's like someone to talk to about that stuff. Your environment does like and I honestly think that might have been one of the reasons too that also like very much like helped me grow my faith too. Is just being surrounded by people like that. Yeah. So.
Do you think? Sorry, I just keep
asking me questions.
But do you think the people you surrounded yourself with in high school?
Oh my gosh.
Is very different from now when you're happier.
I had a horrible friend group in high school.
Do you think that played a difference? It probably did.
Yeah, actually, story time. The time I got sent to that I was in the hospital in high school, when I didn't have my phone. Like, my phone got taken away from me, obviously, because I
Yeah.
was not making good choices, and, like, a lot of shit was going on. I just did not need to be on my phone. And it got taken by my parents, and my parents read my messages, which back then I did bad shit, so I was talking about bad stuff, like, over my text messages with one of my past friends. I'm not going to name her name, but she was just not a good person. And I remember, this is actually one thing that I, like, think about quite often, because it is, like, I just don't understand how someone could do that. I do remember, like, coming back to school and her, like seeing her. And this was after I was, like, in the hospital or whatever, and she didn't know. She didn't know, and I explained to her why I hadn't been texting her, and why my phone was taken away, and where I was, like, why I missed school. And her first question wasn't like, oh my god, why you were in your, like, she wasn't like, she didn't,
like, empathetic.
she was not
anything.
empathetic at all. Like, I was literally in the hospital for, like, serious shit and stuff I was doing to myself. And she was not empathetic at all. Her first question was like, well, am I gonna get in trouble because your mom read our messages?
There's no way.
I literally was
That's
like,
the most selfish fucking...
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I literally was like, what? Like, wow.
That's what she thinks about first?
Actually crazy.
Did you stop being friends with her after that, or?
Yeah, I don't remember how shortly after, but yeah, we weren't friends.
That's good.
Very much longer after that.
Very good.
Because, yeah, that's actually crazy.
That is.
I wasn't the best friend to her either, but I never did. At least I don't remember doing anything like that. I did drop her as a friend. I did not handle that situation very well. I dropped her, and, like, so did all our other friends. I didn't tell them to, they just did, but I think she kind of blames me for it, which, looking back on it, it does look like I probably was like, don't be for her friend anymore. But I didn't, but, like, you know, so, I don't know. We don't talk anymore, obviously, like, so.
Yeah. But I do feel like now you have a lot more, like, caring people in your life.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I have really good friends.
Yeah. And you're very, like, specific about your circle, too.
I am.
Yeah.
I don't, like, I'm not just, like, friends with anyone.
Yeah.
You know?
Which I think is the best way to hold your peace, is to, like, not just let anyone in.
Don't tell everything that, as we're, like, spilling on
as I literally tell my whole life to
but,
the
like,
world.
there's some things that, like, I don't, like, share with just, like, everyone, you know?
Yeah. I think that was really good. Yeah. Do you have any last, like, messages or words for the people?
Everything's meant to be, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. If you're going through something really hard, I'm sorry, and, like, it sucks, but, like, you will. I don't want to be, like, corny, but, like, everything does get better. Like, honestly, everything does get better, like, eventually. Might not feel like it right now, might take a long time, but now looking back on it, like, things did get better, and I never thought they would, and they did.
Yeah.
And, like, now I'm very content. And also, like, don't be ashamed to, like, ask for help if you do have mental health problems. Like,
we both have been through 6 therapists.
Therapy, everyone should go to therapy. Everyone should see a therapist at least once. Like, honestly, like, everybody has issues, and it's so normal. Yeah. And therapy and talking to someone about it is a better option than not being here anymore.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't feel like it at that moment. But, like, honestly, like, I'm so glad, obviously, looking back on it, I'm so glad that, like, that attempt never worked. Like, I wouldn't be here. Like, that's crazy to think about. Like, I really thank God that, like, that never happened. Like, never, like, it never completed successful. Yeah. Like,
I'm happy too.
I know. I'm happy. We're all happy. Everybody's happy. But yeah, I think that's just, life is life, and I'm living it, and everyone is living life for their first time. So just give people grace. Yeah.
I think that's just, like, be kind to everyone, because you never know what someone is truly
But don't take anyone's shit either. You can be kind while also standing up for yourself and not letting people walk all over you or disrespect you. Yeah. I will be nice until I'm disrespected, and then I will not be nice anymore.
Yeah, period. And that's how you protect your peace.
Exactly. Yeah. Boom.
Oh my god. Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing.
Oh my gosh, I feel so, like... Thanks for having me.
I think, honestly, to me, it's so much more impactful and special to have, like, my friends on here, because it's like, you're just real people, just normal people who you would see walking down the street and be like, you don't know anything, but then you hear this and you're like, holy shit, like, everyone goes through something, and like, everyone has their own story
Mm-hmm.
and how they've gotten through that and grown and everything. So
Yeah.
thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course.
I was so nervous at first, and then it was like just us talking like how we normally do.
Exactly.
So I loved it.
Okay, I'm glad.
I'll be back.
She will be. No, literally. There's so much more we could talk about.
No, literally.
Mm-hmm.
5 million different topics.
Yeah, that's why this one's probably an hour and something long.
I know.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Okay, I love you all so, so much. And I will be talking to you again next Tuesday.
Hey.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah.